Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Oh no.
No! God, please, no! 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 No!
Well, we got a situation with the 4Runner here. The other day it went into limp mode, and of course the usual check engine light, VSC, all those dash lights were on. And I knew it was a significant code because it went into limp mode, so it timing backed all the way off. It had no power. It was just barely enough power to even get on the highway. So I knew something was up. So I checked the code, and it was for a knock sensor, and I thought, okay, no big deal. I've changed the knock sensor on the MR2 here before. It's easy enough. Just on the bottom of the block, reach up, swap it out. But you see, there's this bit of a situation here, and those of you that know the knock sensor on these 4.7s know exactly what I'm about to get to here. So the knock sensor is actually underneath the intake manifold in the valley between the two cylinder heads, which means all of that's got to come off in order to change that sensor. So I did a little bit of research, and it turns out the factory knock sensors aren't known for failing on these Toyotas. They're not really a weak point at all. They pretty much last forever, or at least for the life of the truck. Now, what the actual problem is rodents. It's a wiring issue. Knock sensor's fine. So we know that there's some mice living under the front porch at the other house, and what happens is the 4Runner gets parked right beside the porch in the driveway. Mice are looking for a nice warm place to go for the night, so they crawl up underneath the truck, up into the engine bay, and they like to somehow bury their way right down to where those knock sensors are. And while they're in there, they like to have a little snack. They like to chew on the wiring, which is not great. Now, believe it or not, this is partly Toyota's fault. Let me explain that. So, Toyota, I'm not sure why. I don't know if it's better for the ozone or if they're just cutting costs. They basically use a soy-based product for the wiring harnesses in these 4Runners, Tacomas, Tundras, all those trucks. So essentially what they're doing, I kid you not, is they're building the wiring harnesses for these trucks out of mice food. Like, how does that make any sense? So the mice get in there and they just go, while they're nesting, oh yummy, let's chew on some wiring. And it's something that they love eating, and so they do it. So what happens is they chew through the wires that are going to the knock sensor. So the knock sensor's fine, it's just they basically bite the wires right off of it to disconnect it. Now the good news is, I guess it's good news and bad news. Bad news is there's no content for that. I just don't have time to tear this engine apart right now with everything going on. So I took it to a buddy's shop, and he did the job for me. If I had plenty of time, I could have taken care of it. It's just a matter of timing. So anyways, the good news is the 4Runner's fixed already. She's up and running. She's running great again. But yeah, I wasn't able to get a video of it or anything for you guys because there's just too much going on right now. So anyways, what we're talking about today, now that the 4Runner's fixed, is we got to try and prevent this from happening again. Because basically our Toyotas are under attack. Not cool. Now, I know what you're going to tell me. Go ahead and kill all the mice. That's how you fix the problem. And okay, but in the meantime, we got to try and keep them from climbing around in the trucks. So I'm experimenting with the 4Runner first, and if it works, then we'll throw on the Tacoma as well. I got this off Amazon. It's just it was like $30, and it's like an electronic module that you plug into your engine bay. It's supposed to emit some sound. I think maybe be a flashing light or something. Anyways, rodents hate it. Keeps them away from the vehicle, at least so they claim. A friend of mine had a rodent problem in his garage, and he claims these things work. He put a similar device in his garage and never had any rodents ever again. So we're going to try this out and hope for the best. Okay, it looks pretty straightforward. It's got an on-off switch on it, so you can turn it off if you're going to be parked for a prolonged period of time. You don't want it to kill your battery or something. Looks like just a positive and negative straight to the battery. Even threw a couple zip ties in to mount it. Trying to find a cool spot to mount it, but let's hook this up first. Then we'll just see where we can mount it with the wire that we got. Okay, here's where I decided to mount it. Just zip ties on, literally a 5-minute install. And speaking of rat's nests, I have to clean this up soon. We got too many things coming off of this battery. Nice future project, but so flip this on. I hope it doesn't stay that loud the whole time. Holy cow. Well, it definitely makes a noticeable noise. We'll see if it's annoying or not, I guess. I thought it was supposed to be that you could only rodents would be able to hear it, but it's definitely noticeable to the human ear, if you ask me. We'll see. I'll hook it up and I'll see if it's annoying or not. Anyways, even if it is a little bit annoying, well, also you can see it's got a flashing light on it. I guess the mice don't like that either. But we'll see how this goes. And hopefully this keeps the rats from, or keeps the mice from eating away at my wiring harness. At least just for now. This is just a temporary thing, but wish me the best, guys. Thanks for watching. I'll catch you on the next one.